Wow, go on YouTube. It's been a minute, guys. Uh, it's been I think almost a week now that I haven't posted a video. So today, um, quickly before I even start what I want to talk about, man. Today I would want to talk about how you would it would become very easier for you to connect with people per se. It becomes a lot more easier for you to enjoy your time with people. Like, you've become better at social situations, so you're going to find yourself connecting with people easier than before. You get to find that you're more vulnerable because of the fact that um, you no longer experience shame. You're not fearful of being exposed of something you've been doing in the dark. There's no fear of shame, or there's no fear of guilt, because that is one thing that usually keeps most people isolated. Is the fear that somebody's going to find them out. By finding them out, I mean their dark fantasies and their um dark hobbies, those things that they usually indulge in when nobody is watching. Those people are going to, when you indulge in such things, those people are going to naturally want to how do I say, they're going to naturally want to avoid social situations, simply for the fact that um, they don't feel pure. They feel they are going to be seen, through, and that is why they do avoid social situations. So how does your social situation skills become better? Your social situation skills become better from the fact that you become one with nature. Look, reserving your seed, keeping your seed, is you literally becoming one with Mother Nature. And the term becoming one with Mother Nature means you're going to behave in the ways of Mother Nature. Mother Nature is calm but terrifying. Mother Nature is simple but ununderstandable. It confuses a lot of people. All those attributes, all those characteristics are going to be bestowed upon you. Mother Nature is attractive. People are going to want to hang around you. People are going to want to tell you things that they've never told anyone before. Sometimes you even catch people asking you, why do I feel so comfortable telling you some things that I've never even told my own family members? It's simply for the energy, that it's for the fact that you exude energy that they've never felt before, and that energy is just different because it feels like the one they experience when they go and do things that are in accordance with nature, such as meditating. When you meditate, when you finish meditating, there's just this serene, calm feeling that comes with meditating. Same thing you're going to have on people, same effect you're going to have on people. You're going to put people in an alpha wave state. You're going to become hypnotizing. Your energy is going to be so magnetic that you don't even realize the moment that you're no longer conscious of interacting with people. It becomes an unconscious process due to the fact that you simply brought yourself down to nature, man. And if there's anything that comes with hanging out with nature, is the fact that you become quite like it. If you spend a lot of time in nature, you tend to hear sounds further, you tend to taste food better, you tend to smell better. And on this journey, same thing is going to happen. You're going to become one with the basic elements of this world. The forces of this world. You're going to become one with those forces, and your taste is going to improve. You're also going to notice that your handwriting, if you are still in school, man, your handwriting is going to improve a lot, because look, this journey just makes everything beautiful about you, man. This journey is going to make everything about you really beautiful, simply for the fact that you are going in accordance with the rules and the laws of nature. So another thing you're going to notice why it gets easier for you to connect with people on this journey is for the fact that your self-confidence is increased, your self-assuredness is increased. Previously you were very shy, and therefore you didn't think your opinion mattered. You didn't think you would say something and people are going to be like, oh, he said something, I'm going to listen to him and, try and do whatever he says, because just looking at him, I can tell that he knows what he's doing with himself and with the people around him. So therefore, it's more easier for me to trust him. That confidence builds trust in people. For the fact that you trust your own self, other people are really going to trust you. Other people are going to trust your opinion about a situation. People are going to want to follow your lead on this journey. Another aspect of why people, or another reason why it's going to become easier for you to connect with people on semen retention, is just for the fact that you've opened the door of charisma. You've opened the door of the universe. You've opened the powers of the universe. You've unlocked the powers of the universe. You've opened doors a lot of people would never even dream of opening in their lifetime, and you did that within 3 months, within 4 months of you retaining, within 5 months of you retaining. And that is what people go through their whole life. People pay money, people go to classes for social behavior. People go and learn how to behave socially. Meanwhile, this behavior is literally embedded in us as humans. It's just because we've kind of strayed so far away from our human nature that we are suffering with little things as social, social gatherings. Those little things that we should be enjoying as humans. We should be enjoying spending time with other people because we enjoy spending time with ourselves. But we are going to notice that when we were constantly releasing, we didn't enjoy our time spent with ourselves because we're always trying to escape ourselves through drug, through alcohol, through masturbation. But now they are no longer releasing that seed, what do you think is going to happen? The opposite is totally going to happen. You are going to find yourself wanting to travel more. You're going to find yourself wanting to try new food. You're going to find yourself wanting to hang out with people from different cultures. And these are people you might not even have considered ever hanging out with. It's not like you hate them or you hate their culture. It's just for the fact that you've not opened yourself back then to the openness of the universe per se, to the openness of nature, to the beauty that comes with nature. You were not aware of yourself back then. So you find out that now that you're becoming much more aware of yourself as an individual, you're going to find out that you know what you want, the people you want to hang around with, the food, the type of food you want to eat. The type of clothes you want to wear, the type of girlfriend you want to have, the type of car you want to have. That's another thing that comes with this journey, man. Your decision making skills are going to be heightened. You're going to be making decisions fast. Before you were quite stuck in between two actions. Which one should I take and which one is not good for me? But now you're going to intrinsically know which action is good for you and which one is not good for you, simply for the fact that you're keeping that nutrient which brings out your essence as a man, as an individual, as a person, as a human being, most of all. I think I said the ability to become vulnerable is going to increase how people perceive, going to increase your attraction on how people perceive you. Because look, you're going to find out one thing about life is that most people who are not being able, who do not have the ability to become vulnerable. By vulnerable, I don't mean going out there and sharing things that people are going to use against you. I mean, by vulnerable, you are allowing yourself to go through whatever emotions, whatever situation you find yourself in. You are willing to let yourself loose, you're willing to let yourself just be there and be present, be vulnerable to the moment, let the moment go through you. And once you start being able to become vulnerable, you understand the fact that a lot of people are not able to connect with other people simply for the fact that they do not want to appear human. They do not want to share their struggles. They want to appear they have it all together. So therefore you find out that these people, if they even make any friendship for the first, however long it lasts, it's always going to be like superficial, just because they're not really being themselves. They're not being true. They're being a facade. They're wearing a mask of what they think people are going to like about them. With every person they meet, they always try to wear like a different mask for this different person. So you're going to find out that they have like different personalities with different people. But once you learn how to become vulnerable, you're going to find out that you are quite the same, like all around, like wherever you go, wherever you find yourself, man, you tend to carry yourself the same way. You're not trying to like please anybody. You're not trying to wear a mask so this person is going to like you. You're not trying to become somebody who you are not just so you can fit into a certain group of people. Another thing on this journey is you're not going to be wanting to fit in at all. If there's anything you're going to be doing on this journey, bro, you're going to become the problem of society, because everywhere you go now, you stick out like a sore thumb, man. The way you talk, the way you dress, even if you don't dress all nice, you're just the energy alone covers your dressing for you. The way you dress, the way you talk, you're just going to stick out like a sore thumb, and people are going to notice that. And just because you don't want to fit in, they would want to get to know more about you. And it's not like you're acting, it's just your nature now. You're not trying to fit in, you're not trying to, because you've conquered yourself. The reason why you were trying to fit in back then was because you didn't know yourself, and fitting in was the only way you could have a little bit of sense of self, a sense of belonging. But once you start getting on this journey, once you start loving yourself on this journey, you find out that you're no longer looking for a place to belong. However, wherever you go, you're always in communion with the people. It's not like your value or your self-worthiness is dependent on whether these people accept you or not. It's more or less like, I'm going to deal with you because we are social human beings, and not because I need it to survive, or I need you guys around me to be able to function as a human being. I don't seek happiness from you. My happiness is already from within. From doing this practice of semen retention, I get my happiness, so I don't really need any happiness from you. And once people notice that you're somebody who is not trying to be a people pleaser, you're not trying to be in with the crowd, you're not trying to become friends with everyone, you're not trying to go out around and high five everybody, people are going to notice that, and they're going to be like, okay, this person is self-validating, I want to know why and where that confidence and self-love he has for himself comes from. And thereby they're going to want to come close to you, especially women. It drives them nuts, man, when you come around them and you're not pressuring them, you're not trying to like get at them or anything like that. They become confused, because normally a lot of men they've met immediately get into the presence, they're all trying to scope out how to get every girl in that room. They're trying to look for how to become funny, how to make jokes so that people are going to like them more, especially the women in the class. And then there goes you, who does not even care about whether there are girls in the class or not, man, because your focus has changed. Previously your focus was getting these girls and trying to get laid and getting them in bed and all of that. But now your focus has changed into more of you, how you're going to become more present, the type of food you eat, the exercises you choose to partake in, and all of that, man. So your focus is going to change, and these people are going to notice that you're not even trying to, you're not just going in there and being like, I'm not going to speak to you. Like, they just naturally notice the fact that you're somebody who is full in himself. You're whole, you're complete, you're not seeking for anybody's validation. And in doing that, you're going to notice the fact that these people start seeking your validation in turn. Guys, the moment you stop seeking for people's validation, that's the moment they are going to start seeking for your validation, because you are now self-validating, and a lot of people, they tend to wear all this mask of, I am happy within myself, I trust myself and all that. But when they get in those four corners, they are just a depressed and sad human being. But you are you all around, the way you are. Look, that's one thing. Another thing with retention, because you're no longer trying to fit in, the day you are feeling sad, you are going to appear to class or to work or to however you are going to appear that way you were feeling in your room. Except your feelings change on the way, but if not, you are going to appear the same way you appeared when you were in your room, wherever you go, whether you are at work, whether you're at school, whether you're just at a normal social gathering, you are going to be that way, simply for the fact that you are no longer trying to please anybody, man. You've awakened your true self. And once you realize your true self, you understand the fact that everybody is just acting, and everybody does not know what they are doing, in the sense that everybody is going to die someday. So we are all trainees to life. There's no expert here. Everybody you see who is trying to act like an expert, bro, trust me, man, it's just a facade, because look, you can be an expert in a field that you've studied for, but like life in general, man. I don't think there's an aspect to life in general. It's just the fact that some people are better at handling life, or let me say their emotions or their problems, better at not showing it than others. But if the question is that, is there anybody who has mastered this life? No, trust me, man. So therefore, that's why personally I hate telling people, when you do this you become enlightened, when you do this you awaken, when you do that. Nah, bro, every answer lies within you, not me, not any other person. That's why when I watch all these red pill videos of how to get women, they tell you, do this, talk like this, carry yourself like this. I mean, yes, they are giving you the, how do I say it, man, they've not laid the groundwork for you. The groundwork is actually semen retention, because with semen retention, all those carry yourself, look directly into their eyes, is going to come naturally to you, man. So and also trust me, people can feel it when you're faking to be an alpha, although nobody comes to tell you that, look. Or people cannot really feel it, man, because I've noticed that the more cruel you are in this world, the more people tend to love you. The more proud, the more arrogant you are to people, the more you put people down, the more they love you. But if you're somebody out there who is always trying to spread positivity, people kind of look down on you and disrespect you and disrespect your time. So I don't think people actually see true people. I don't know if it's just me, but I don't think people actually see true people and see that what they are doing is fake. The character is not from it's not fixed within. It's just a charade. It's just a facade that is used to deceive people per se. So yes, people are going to feel your authenticity on this journey. People are going to feel that you're being true to yourself and you're being true to them, because you cannot be true to somebody if you're not being true to yourself. So they notice this and they would want to hang around you. They would want to come around you, man, because they understand the fact that if anything happens to them, man, this person is going to tell me the truth, because he himself lives in the truth. He's glowing, and that glow comes from semen retention. Although they don't know you are doing it, but they can see that this person is living in his truth. He's not out there engaging in all sorts of nonsenses and bullshit. So yes, you are going to give off that upright energy per se, that moral energy. People are going to use you as their moral compass now. Also a lot of guys would want to be you. Although they don't know how to how do I say, drop their ego and ask, and come to you and be like, yo, walk one, I like your style, I like the way you move. What's going on? How do you do it? Are you doing something special, or just being you? What is it? Let me know. But a lot of guys nowadays are quite egotistic and can't just humble themselves and come to people. Like a lot of people in general, man, have their ego on a high. We all have an ego. It's just as to how much you operate from it, as to how much you are aware of how it controls your life. That's what I'm trying to say, because the most egotistic people are the people you find that they are not even aware. I don't know how to put it, man. Like they think the world centers around them, but the moment you start understanding the fact that you, the animals, the birds, all those things you see, man, you all originate from one energy, one force, then you are going to change your views about humans and other people and the way you relate with other people, because you're no longer going to be seeing them as you who is better than the animals and other people around me. No, you are all one energy, one universal force. It's only different forms. We are all one thing, just different forms. I think there's a theory, or somebody said, I think he likened our creation, the way we are as humans, to a paint that was thrown on a wall. At the point where it was thrown, it's going to be concentrated. It's going to have like full, how do I say, man, but then you find out that at the later parts, the ending, they become like dots and just spread apart. That spreading apart is we the humans spread apart from consciousness, from one form. Everything comes from consciousness, everything comes from one form. So yes, you're going to see that, you're going to do that, you're going to understand that, and you're going to understand the fact that you're not better than anybody. And in understanding that, you're able to let your ego go, you're able to drop your ego, and then you're able to connect with people more. So yes, this journey is going to help you, help your social skills, help your body language, your ability to read body languages and all that. So yes, keep on retaining, guys, keep on retaining. And what did I want to say at the beginning of this video, man? Look, it's very hard, man. I don't know, it's really hard to get on a good streak after you've relapsed from a very long streak. Just the fact that you're looking at yourself like, how do I start from day one and go and get to this maybe 300 days streak that I was on. You look at the beginning of the new journey, and you also understand how troublesome, how terrible it was for you when you were on that 300-day streak, man. You understand the emotions you felt, you understand the things you went through, man. And then now you're looking at it again like, how do I go from now to 300 days again, man? And it's just somehow, man, I can't even lie to you, it's just fucked up a little bit. So yes, that's my situation currently. I've not been able to go on a very long streak, and it's pissing me off, man. Yeah, I think it's called the chaser effect, where you're always chasing the long streak you had, and you never get it again. So you keep chasing, keep relaxing, keep going on small streaks, man. Bro, I hate semen retention, bro. I can't even lie to you, man, because why am I putting myself through all this hassle and bustle, But then when I walk in the street again, people remind me of what I do not want to be like, or what I was like and do not want to be like anymore. I think that's the main reason of starting this journey in the first place, is the fact that you didn't like the person who you were at the beginning, and now you're kind of, how do I say, man, not wanting to be that person anymore. So therefore you understand the fact that there's no going back. Although the journey is like one shitty hell of a journey, you understand the fact that there's no going back once you've seen, once you've experienced the benefit of this journey. You understand the fact that it is real, and you not doing it is just you knowing that there's a bullet in a gun, and you still took the gun and tried to see if you can shoot yourself, man. It's just crazy and stupid to me. Yes, you're going to fail and all that, but do you get back on this journey? That's just the question. That's the most important question. Are you going to be able to get back on this journey? Are you going to be able to keep on going, man? But the thing is, you never lose any of your benefits on a streak, especially if you've gone on a long streak. No matter, even if it's just a day, man, you never lose any of the benefits. Because look, let's say you retain for about 2 months and you're able to cultivate the habit of going to the gym. Trust me, not because you released that you're going to stop going to the gym. No, maybe the energy for the first 2 days is not going to be there, but because you've built it as a habit, because you've built it as like you've made it part of you now, just the way you've made semen retention part of you.